Zalmayev is the director of the Eurasia Democracy Initiative, an international nonprofit organization working to promote human rights in post-communist countries. And he joins us now live from Kiev. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us here on the program. Now, Volodymyr Zelenskyy is calling for the EU to impose sanctions on Russia. And we've heard from the chief of the European Commission, Ursula von der Leyen, saying that additional sanctions had already been prepared, quote, targeting all the different fields that you might think of. What is the breaking point here for the EU that will prompt them to go through with imposing additional sanctions on Russia?
Well, that's a million-dollar question. Vladimir Putin has shown since 2014 that he does not play by the rules. He defies expectations at every step of the way, starting with the annexation of Crimea, which very few people could have predicted, starting the war in the Donbass. And now that a significant portion of the Western world and Ukrainians themselves expect some significant military action, we can expect Vladimir Putin to sort of defy those expectations. And so it will possibly, if there is such a provocation on the part of Vladimir Putin against Ukraine, it is doubtful that it will be a full-blown invasion, which would necessitate those drastic steps that von der Leyen mentioned. So it could be some kind of a mixture of hybrid warfare, including some possible Russian spies working within the Ukrainian government, which has actually been shown to be quite a reality for Ukrainians. It is very difficult to see what that event would be, and Vladimir Putin is very aware of that. And so, once again, we can expect him to do, once again, something that no one expected.
You mentioned a full blown-out invasion. The Ukrainian defense minister is saying that if diplomacy doesn't work here, they can expect Russia to go through with that full blown-out invasion as early as the end of January. How do you evaluate the situation at the border?
Well, it is obviously tense, but once again, let's keep in perspective the figure. 92,000 Russian troops are currently massing on Ukraine's borders. That is significantly shorter of the number required to invade a country the size of Ukraine and to hold it. Needless to say, what would Putin aim to achieve? Would he be able to hold and control that territory? Another high-level Ukrainian official, Mr. Danilov, who is Secretary of National Security, said that for that to happen, for a full-blown invasion and control of Ukrainian territory, you would need 500 to 600,000 troops. And we do not have near that figure. Once again, we do not want to be falsely comforted with that. But once again, currently what we're seeing is not sufficient for any sort of full invasion.
How far do you think the West will go for Ukraine?
Well, they have ruled out military action, and other than limited supplies of weaponry on the part of the U.S., I think that the most drastic step we can expect is further sanctions, such as personal sanctions against Vladimir Putin and his regime, and also disconnecting Russia from the SWIFT credit payments. That would be a step that Vladimir Putin himself characterized as a nuclear option.
All right, Peter Zalmayev, thank you so much for joining us here on the NewsHour. It was a pleasure having you on the program.